Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this tool to shoot hats fast. I noticed that there are two groups that watch my videos. Group number one are people that want me to get to the point fast, show them how to do something, and they get off the video. If you're in group number one, no problem. Group number two are people that want to know how things work and why things work so that they can keep moving forward in their business. If you're group number two, stay through the end of the video so that I can show you how my brain works when coming up with solutions like this for problems like that. Before we start, let me say something. This can be a messy project. Trust me, because I've done it plenty of times, and you'll see why once we start. Let me show you what you'll need first. You're gonna need a craft foam ball. In this case, it's a 6.7 inch, or as it is called, a number 7 ball. I bought two because from experience, I can tell you that you're gonna fuck it up the first time, so just buy more than one. You know how I know? I did it 3 times until I got it right. What you'll also need is this Wusthof Serrated, or more commonly called a bread knife. This is great, and you'll need it to cut the ball. You will also need this alien artifact right here. It's meant to make circles when you do this. Most people don't know how to use it now because the iPad, the Mac, everything else does it for you. I am a big believer that you should use mechanical tools when possible, because what if the light goes out? What if you don't have a battery? What if the computer doesn't do it for you? What do? You use one of these. You don't need batteries for this. You will also need markers. I gave you 2 options right here, the small one and the bigger one. In this case, the smaller one is going to be better than the bigger one.
And that's the first time anybody's ever said that.
That's right. You will also need this. This is a heat sealer, and this is shrink wrap. Look, the shrink wrap and the heat sealer are definitely optional. I do recommend you use them, especially the heat sealer, and you'll see why at the end. But they really are optional. I can show you the getaway to do it, which I'm going to show you today. Whatever you have access to is totally fine. Okay, the goal is to make this ball. And the reason I say this ball is because I tried a bunch of different heights. And this one, when you put the hat on, there is about 1 inch at the bottom. The reason you want to do that is because there are certain hats that are very tall, like the baseball hats that go all the way up here. So you want to make sure that you have flexibility. So now, how does this actually work? Let's build it. First off, move everything away. You don't need any of this right now. What you'll need is only the foam ball. That's the extra one. So you need the foam ball and the marker. What I suggest is that you use the most average or common hat so you can start this process. In this case, it's going to be this one. What you're going to do is you're going to flip it over like this, make it tight so that it can retain the lines that you want to draw. First, you're going to eyeball it right at the center, at the very top. You're going to just draw a circle. Essentially, what you're doing is that you are marking the center of the ball itself. Now, we're going to mark edges. 1, 2, 3. Without ruining your hat, mark the edges around. Let's remove this. Let's put the top on this because these suckers dry out, don't forget. We have the center dot and the outer lines. So now we basically have a way to mark the ball so that we can cut it down so that it's flat at the bottom so that it doesn't move like this. And pro tip, don't get rid of the plastic. Leave it on. It's going to help you have less mess, and it's going to help you keep everything intact. And also, it's going to protect the ball so that later we can use it to tape it at the bottom if you don't have a heat sealer. Okay, now that you have the center dot and the outer lines marked already, you're going to use this measuring tape. And by the way, sorry, I forgot to mention, you're going to need a measuring tape. It's also linked below. You're going to remove 1 inch from your average hat line. You're going to mark the new line right there. Mark the second line. Go all the way across to all 4 lines. And now we have the new model that we are going to finish, that we are going to mark completely. This is going to be like when we used to go to McDonald's and they used to give those things on the trays, like those paper trays, follow the dots. That's essentially what we're going to do. So we're going to go from line to line. There. That's pretty spot on. Now, that's one way to do it. There's a few other ways that you can do this. You can also just use your hat and eyeball it yourself and do this without marking anything. You can do that, no problem. I don't recommend it, but no problem. If you have OCD, If you get real weird about like the line isn't perfect, fine. That's what this is for. You stick it in the center right there, and the marking was about right there, right? You move the pencil until where the mark is, and you follow the line. You keep going, and you finish. Now we get our knife. Woo! And this gets messy, so be careful. Like in cooking, it's always better to use your knuckles right there so you can hold the ball, because if you do this and then you're like, oh, you're going to hurt yourself. We don't want to do that. Now we start cutting. And look, if you leave the plastic on, it saves you from a lot of the mess. Oof, there we go. This, you know what you can do with this? Nothing. Throw it away. Get it out of your life. Now we have a base. Look at that. It's fairly flat, right? If for some reason it moves around and you get all weird about it, no problem. Just shave it. You can do this in a trash can. Shave it, shave it, shave it, whatever you want. For the purposes of this video, we're not going to do that. We're just going to finish it like this. So pretty much you're almost done. I'm going to show you how to do it the getaway first, because most people don't have the heat sealer and the shrink wrap. So this is what we're going to do. Leave the plastic where it was. Look, because it's going to move around, right? So leave the plastic where it was and just tape across. Well, that tape was too short. Grab tape, tape it across, tape it across. You're going to make X's until you cover the entire bottom. The reason you want to cover all the bottom is because you don't want to be leaving a bunch of mess when you're shooting the actual pictures, because this foamy stuff gets stuck on to the hat. You don't believe me? Look. You're going to have a problem like that, taking freaking pictures. Now, before we move forward, done. Now that you have the ball, you place whatever you want on top of it. Mine says YouTube Resolutions 2023 because I've used this since January of 2023. In this case, you can put this sticker on there like that so you can make it look nice. The reason I put stuff like this, you can write something on it, you can do whatever, is because you need to put your own stamp on your tools. That makes you feel better, that makes you feel like it's yours, and it's just a fun thing to do. Because look, now I know when I built this and how long I've had it. Now we're going to move forward to the other way of sealing this. Let's just say that we don't like this plastic and we're going to remove it. So remove all the plastic, get rid of it. So this is going to be a completely clean ball. Now what do? Move this right here. This is already sealed from the last time. So I'm going to put my ball right there. We go to the edge as much as possible. Press the heat sealer down. There. You got to wait till it heats up sometimes. So now we have an open side. We're going to heat this side too. There we go. Now we have this loose ball. So what do you do now? That's what this is for. Heat gun. And I'm telling you, if you've never thought about investing in something like that, if it's necessary for you, I definitely recommend you get one. Because look, so much prettier. Now, we're going to brand this and we're going to be done. And there you have it. If you want to support the channel, you can buy stickers like this. They're linked below. The shirts that I have on there and my Resolutions hat. Now that we have a product to test, let's test it. But first, we got to set up the phone. This is one of the best things that I've ever bought. If you guys have ever seen any of my other videos, you've probably seen this. I do recommend it. You put this little thing right there. You put your phone back into the case, and then the lanyard goes in there. Now, you can wear this. Oops, I'm going to do it the other side. Now you can wear this here so your phone can hang, because once you start taking pics, you're going to take a bunch of pics, and be careful not to hit yourself. So now let's try it. You're going to grab the ball. We're going to use the 32 by 32 light box, which is linked below. This is one of the best things that I've ever purchased. I've had it for a long time, and I use it all the time for hard goods. This is technically soft goods, but hard goods and soft goods like this. Put the head on there. Let's start the picture. Make sure it's in square mode and take the photo. This is just one photo. If you want to see the video of how to shoot pictures super fast, it's linked down below. It works really well, and it was one of the best videos that I've shot in the How to Shoot Faster series. I also have clothing, I have shoes, and probably other things in the future because people love that series. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're group 1, this is it. You have the ball, which is the tool to shoot your hats fast. If you are in group number 2, then let me explain to you how this works, how my brain works. For those of you that want to move forward, look, I love that you come to my channel and look at videos like this, and I show you how to do things. This is why I do a how-to video every single Wednesday at 5:38 p.m. CST time, or Texas time, what I call it. I release videos like this because I want to help you. But what if I don't have a video that you need? What if nobody does? What do you do then? You have to be a problem solver. I made the Resolutions channel because I am a solutions-oriented person. I have to find problems and I have to solve them. That's how my brain works. That's how my life works. This is what was happening at first. When I was shooting the pictures, I was shooting here and they were all bunched up like this, or I had to crumble paper, or I even sometimes had to do this. Look, I get a shirt and I make it into a little ball and stick it in like that. And when you were shooting the pictures, you would see it in the back and it just looked ghetto as fuck. I had a problem. My problem was that I wasn't shooting fast enough. It was taking too long and it looked like crap. This is how the thought process works. Identify the problem. Make a lot of solutions because you don't know what's going to work. Test all the solutions until you find one that works. Perfect that solution. Implement it into your business and share it with the world so that you can help someone else. That's it. Those are the 6 things you're going to do. Number 1, I'm going to use my thumb. Number 1, what was the problem? I was shooting horrible shots of the hat because I was using the ghetto ass shirt or using the mannequin heads that look all wonky and they look creepy. Don't use heads like that. So that was the problem. Solution. I made this ball. I actually had a few other solutions. I also crumbled paper from this roll, which didn't work and it looked stupid. So then I came up with this. Then I tested. How did I test it? Well, I messed it up twice and the third one worked. 4, I perfected it because I cut it down, I sealed it, and I've been using it, like I said, since January 2023. 5, I implemented into my business. I actually have a video that shows you how to shoot hats faster. It's linked below. And 6, I share with the world, which is what I'm doing with you now, because I want to help as many people as I can, because why not? This is the old one. This is the new one. It took no time. As always, give this video a like, share this with anybody that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss videos like these. See you in the next one. Peace! And cheers. And cheers, Bruce. Blink! And get off the video. Video. Yeah. Show them what... God damn it! Stop. There's going to be so much fucking editing to this.